Good evening, good evening, good evening. Listen, I know I missed this morning's show. I know. But sometimes a father's duties call. And sometimes it's earlier than I can even wake up. That's kind of what happened today. But this evening we're doing a evening show. So, evening. It is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so today we have a special guest. But before we get into that, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. It is the offer. bit.ly/QF glasses. Get you a pair of these sweet, sweet Klim Optics. I'm telling you what, these glasses are legit. I love them. I love wearing them. They help me see. I'm just telling you, they're great. Especially if you're like me and you work on computers all the time. I mean, they're great. I'm not joking. It takes out the blue light. It helps your eyes. I mean, what do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? So, today's episode, we're going to try to get M68k in here. Trying to get him in here right now. He is the developer of MFArena, from the website. It says it's a Quake 3 fork of it's a fork of Quake 3. I mean, it's called MFArena, and it's in early access. And we're going to play a few games, and we're just going to talk about MFArena today. And we're going to play it. I'm going to play it live. So, I'm trying to work him in getting in the Discord, so give me a minute. Join any channel. Anyone in mind? Anyway, we're working on this, getting it going, guys. I'm sorry about this. This is kind of we planned this together in like the last we got this going together in the last like 3 hours. I was like, man, I need to go live today with the Quakefans radio. Yeah. So, still waiting on M68k to join a channel. Don't see him. Channel. You gotta join a voice channel. There we go. And I present M68k. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Whoa. What is going on there? I don't know what's happening. My audio's freaking out. Whoa. All right, then. I am not sure what happened there. I am sorry about that. I don't know what went on. Let's try that again. I don't know what happened. It's like echoing like crazy. Oh my god, there it goes again. Oh my goodness.
What is?
Okay. I think I fixed it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hear no echo, so.
Yeah, it must have been my Elgato doing something crazy.
Okay, yeah.
Oh man, that was nuts. I apologize. What's up, buddy?
I'm doing all right now.
We're here live on the Quakefans Radio, episode 28, covering your game.
All right, excellent. Well, good
I'm
to
just
be
gonna
here.
fire up MFArena. You just tell me what to do.
Okay. Well, you have a choice. You can join. I have two servers up. You can join either one. There's one that's pretty much pure, the regular version that anyone can download. There's one that is a test version, which you have to enable automatic downloads, which is the same as you would do in MFArena.
Yeah.
Which is the one that I'm in right now. But if you want to do this, what anyone can download, you can do that one. But it's not much of a difference other than a couple of fixes, and there's a new element to the HUD, which really does nothing different to the game.
Sure, I have allowed downloads on. So what gave you the idea to make MFArena?
Well, it came from a mod from all the way back to MFArena, back to 2010. Actually 2011 or whatever. Originally was just a server, and then eventually I started adding things to the server, because the server was originally called MFArena. And then it became its own mod. And then at some point I decided, usually the community don't like anything new, so they complain every time when I add something new to it or a new sound.
Yeah.
And I figured, no, I'm just gonna make a standalone game, and if you don't like it, you can go back to MFArena. So that's my attitude. And the funny thing is the developer of Aftershock, let's see right now. And I think I gotta get myself a name, actually. I think I'm known as unnamed player, so I'm gonna fix that. There we go.
I'm joining the test server, is that correct?
Yep, you're in there right now. I see you.
Sweet. I guess it's probably downloading, but it's just not showing it. Maybe.
Yeah, oh, you probably download. Yeah, it would say if you're in the game, which this says you're connected. Yeah, so when you get in a game, I'll see your name pop up saying you're spectating.
It is, it's not transferring, though.
But it's not transferring? Oh, that's not good. All right, I guess I have to do the regular server then.
Server allows download redirection, but does not have SV_DL URL set.
Okay, yeah. And you're using the MFArena client, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me just get out of there and go into my the regular ones. I just got to change the configuration a little bit. Let's see, because I don't know if I'm manually typing in stuff.
Now, hopefully, it isn't my this work firewall blocking everything.
No.
I mean, I don't think so. Usually, that's just for outbound connections it's worried about. So
yeah, I haven't honestly tested other people, so I'm not sure if they can actually download it. So I can't confirm whether it's an issue of you or issue of me. So let's see. I just gotta go to my thing, go to my config, which is that. Oh no, that's not it. I'm going to where am I going? Give me a second. Local. Oh, no, that's not it. So it's gonna be this one, which I'll just change that to 0. And I should be able to connect now. Let's see. Here we go. Alright, so I'm in the regular one. So as a matter of you just joined there you are, I see you.
Oh yeah, that joined. Free for all! Yeah. Shoot shit, read number 1. Grab power-ups and shoot more.
Oh, yeah.
So, are you the only one that has worked on this one? Or has anybody else worked on this?
For the most part, I've been on the one that had people jump in and try to, and do a little help with code, and had someone from IO Quake 3 jump in and help a little bit. I don't shoot myself. But for the most part, that's mainly just, if you want to help.
Not sure what happened there. That got moved weird.
Let's see. It could be my connection. You might be used to the rat mod too, so you used to get the anti-lag. This pretty much has the Aftershock anti-lag. And going back to the story of the Aftershock, the developer of Aftershock, he pretty much had the same feelings when people would complain about any new things he added to the game. and he was gonna make a standalone Aftershock game, but that never developed. And yeah, it is what it is. And actually, there are new people who are still updating that mod today.
The Aftershock mod?
Yeah.
What's the plans going forward with MFArena? If there are plans.
There are plans, just going slow as molasses coming. Because I have very little time available to really put much time into it. Which is why I have like a help wanted. So I try to encourage people to
That's my favorite part about this game is the meat slabs.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that.
It's kind of a joke going back to I think it was Warsaw, where there was a mod where it's pretty much just you split into Tetris pieces, you turn to like slabs of ham. So that's kind of where that came from.
Yeah, I see. I was wondering where that comes from.
So yeah, in this case it's just slabs of meat, but if you played Warsaw back in the day, you probably know where that's referenced.
So I got the link in the description below if anybody wants to try this out. I can't remember it off the top of my head what it is. It's like mfarena.wordpress.com, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you guys do a Google search for MFArena, you'll find it in one of the
it does pop up first entry on MFArena.
I think it's the first time in a while we're in a sudden death of a score of 0-0. I don't know how that happened, but
I don't either.
That's
well, I found a hole.
I'll join you.
I found a hole.
There you go. Yeah, that's a pretty deep hole there. You don't want to fall in there because that's like a 10,000-foot drop. It seems like.
See, I need to fix my sensitivity.
Since you play MFArena, you can pretty much copy the configs over, and it should pretty much jive.
Be the same. Yeah. I don't know it off the top of my head. I'd have to go look. Pretty much, it just needs to go down. I don't have any set specific. I should probably work on that, but.
Yeah, one thing I want to do is kind of reduce the need to actually hand craft the configs and make it more mainstream where someone can easily jump in and not have to worry about setting this and setting that. Because I think that's the one major drawback to any kind of first-person arena first-person shooter that is, which is configs. And you tell them all this, and I'm like, what is all this information giving me? What's console? What's that? What's the till key? So yeah, it's and then trying to teach someone strafe jumping. That's
strafe jumping has took many.
That's something that you have to want to learn, which is people who are just jumping in the game just
you know, back in the day, I don't even think I learned strafe jumping. I didn't even know it was a thing, and I still had fun with Quake 3, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can still have fun just when you're playing with good players. Which
I mean,
today.
You know, when I was growing up, I never played with good players, so.
Yeah, so
there was no worry about that.
I mean, Quake was basically didn't have strafe jumping or bunny hopping in mind, so. As for the plans, I'm falling down the hole.
Don't worry, I did.
Don't like this sidetrack.
So, is these guns eventually going to get textures on them, or is this?
They will. It's just placeholders. If I'm probably gonna text one first, it'll probably be the rocket launcher. Oh, you up there? I haven't done somebody down there. Oh, there you go. For a second, I thought the score wasn't working.
Oh no, I fell down a hole.
I'll let you have that frag. I'll show you live. You got me too. And that's the thing with this particular map here is you probably have a negative score without a positive score. It's kind of like that one open arena map.
Whoa!
Where,
Did I kill myself?
yeah. You ran to the quad and then I guess you rocket jumped. I think you did. Oh yeah. So you discovered blast radius if you look at the console. Oop, you knocked me off. Oh man,
We're just playing who can stay on the map here. Oh, yep.
That's safe on the lift.
This is worse than the longest yard.
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking of making a map similar to that. I think it's the first legit frag I got.
That gun does some mass damage.
The plasma yeah, does 20 damage, and it's probably the same as Quake 3, except in this game things are a lot faster. If you notice,
yeah, it feels like it's faster.
Which it is. Instead of moving 320 units per second, you move 400, and you jump. Oh, I slipped off. And everything they compensated where it goes 25% faster. Which actually the Mega Frag mod was pretty much similar. I just discovered I'm really bad at this map. But
did you make this map yourself?
All the maps here are made by me.
That's sweet.
Yeah, all whatever maps I have on there. I lost count.
That is one thing I do want to make as a map, at least in one Quake game.
Yeah, it takes you. Essentially, when you make your first map, it'll probably be a crappy map, but that's.
Yeah, I just want to say I done it.
from experience, I mean, my first map was crap, so don't worry about making a crap map. You're just learning. Just do what you feel you want to make, and then enjoy it.
There we go. We got you off once there.
Okay. We have a tie score. I have a tie score. I'm gonna leave my -2, so we're just proing it up pretty much. Oh, I think I got the quad. Oh, you got the quad.
Quad.
Oh, shoot. I just fell off. That one spawn where it is spawned right in front of that. Yeah, the LG is gonna be instant give pretty much. So if you see someone with the LG who has quad, you want to pretty much.
Yeah. Stream seems to be stuttering a bit. Is it really? Well, let me check the stream here. Hopefully I didn't turn it up too high or something.
It could be how awesome MFArena is, so it's causing a lag.
Huh. I don't know.
I've used to stream myself and lag where the stream lags. It's just.
What's up, Doombringer? By the way, I'm sorry. Is it any better? You let me know. It looks good whenever I'm shooting.
One of the things where if when you look in, it doesn't happen, but
OBS it looks good anyway. But no, it is stuttering or something. Watch the map.
Yeah.
Elgato must be doing something crazy. We just try to capture main screen. Yeah, I think that was the Elgato probably freaking out because this game it's an alpha game. It's probably doing some kind of weird resolution. Any better? Sounds fine, yeah. Play the Elgato.
There we go. Yeah, blame something. That's what I usually do. I'll blame the person, even though they have nothing involved in what happened.
Ooh. That's another game I need to cover. It's Doombringer.
Oh yeah, Yeah, the single player looks interesting, so...
The developer in there is in the chat right now.
Oh.
All you cool developers of video games that I love.
There you go. There we go, and I'm just gonna fall at the map.
Seems to be better. Yeah, I think it was Elgato. That's because we just had some kind of weird issue a minute ago with sound, and it was its fault.
There we go. Oh, I forgot where I was.
Gotcha.
Alright, so... I heard you. I heard your blast go by me. I heard you fall down. There you are. There you go. Oh, I just killed myself.
Well, good.
Yeah, well, no, you're actually in the not in the negative part of the score, so that's good.
Ooh! We're just dying for going in holes in this map.
Yeah, that's the idea. This map is either you kill or you fall off. I heard about the. You can tell when someone falls off because they'll have the little gag and definitely hit the floor. I hear you.
GG.
Oh yeah, good games. There we go. Do I have binds on me? No, I don't. I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. I use binds where I just have to spam a whole bunch of crap and
Let's see. I think we got time for one more game.
Alright. We want to do an actual duel.
If you want.
We can test no, unfortunately we won't be able to test
Oh, I guess you got rid of the railgun, didn't you?
Yes, the railgun is not in the game. That's one thing that people tend to not like. Which
no railgun.
And this map doesn't have the rocket launcher, so let me just change the mode. So it's more of a unless you want the power up. Do you want the power up? Because that's all I think it changes.
It's up to you, dude.
Yeah, this map's going to have the pentagram of protection from Quake 1.
Whatever you want to show off and talk about, feel free.
There's a whole lot of show off actually, but now one thing you asked about was the physics in this game. That's I think like last week or something like that. Now you can switch over to vanilla Quake 3 or.
Oh yeah, I remember asking about that. Yeah.
And that mode, you would have to enable Pro mode, which is not the same as the Quake CPMA Pro mode. This Pro mode, you'll be able to switch between. I see, by the way. This map you get used to. Oh, he got me somehow. Okay, I got up my ante then. Anyway, you can switch between vanilla Quake 3 and the Quake world, like physics. That's pretty much it to it. So if you really want the classic physics, then you can have them. But try to push these physics, which is different. It may feel more like actually Doom, where you can actually do the little wiggle walk and you will go faster. Of course, the strafe running won't resist, of course. But if you played Doom before, Yeah.
Oh, that stayed behind.
You'll recognize it. Oh yeah, this map's pretty much if you played Quick World and remember the map DM1, you'll know that map doesn't have a rocket launcher either, or a lightning gun. So this is pretty much a fallback to that map. And right now the quad is up, so just gotta find it.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at. What's up? This is Open Arena. Samer had that. This is not Open Arena. This is MFArena.
Yeah.
It has some similarities to Open Arena, I think. Right?
Well,
Yeah, that's what
the
you
player
said.
model is actually from Open Arena. I have yet to understand Blender, so all the models that you do see are actually made in Net Radiant, so that's what it kind of look a little weird. And the quad, by the way, is by to the left, oh, no, sorry, to the right of the yellow armor. You would have to go into a little downstairs, which you see a little health, and beyond that you see a little quad floating off above a teleporter, so it's a leap of faith.
I'm so lost.
Oh yeah, these are all new maps.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna
But
recognize
you know them by you made them.
Well, I had the advantage, yeah. Unless the map already suck at. Or a small map, which
Flamethrower! Where in the world did I get that at?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's a flamethrower, which is actually from the old Mega Fragment, a mod is, which actually has been heavily nerfed. But now over the years, that's pretty much when I reintroduced flamethrower, this reduced the amount of flames it produced due to don't want to cause too much lag, because I kind of refer to that gun as the server lag, because the amount of projectiles it makes with the flames, this would lag the server out, so I just kind of nerfed it a little bit, but it's still a deadly weapon. You come up close to someone, the
mega
flame flowing. Oh yeah, you found a mega? Yeah, unless you fell off. But yeah. Now let's see. Oh, no, I was gonna try to run into you, but let's see. Another thing you notice, you don't have hit sounds. And also the pentagram of protection is up, by the way, which is across from the mega. This, we're gonna go down that little set of stairs and. This is gonna be like more of a Counter-Strike projectile match. Ooh, that's saved. I don't think I didn't get the quad though, but you got it. I heard you.
Now where you at?
Now I'm gonna get the pentagram protection where we'll just, well, I'll be invincible.
Oh,
now
quad does do some different sounds.
Oh yeah, it's totally different sound. There you are. Now you can't kill me, but I can kill you. So in that case, pent.
And we got 7 viewers right now checking out your games. All said.
Well, that's cool. The more the people, the merrier.
Ugh. Guys, this game is called MFArena. It is in alpha. It is a from the website. You put it is a fork of Quake 3. I don't know how correct that is.
Yeah, it's pretty much took the code from Quake 3, which is Tech 3, and then you that's pretty much added assets, changed the rules around, and then made it more like a Quick World. If you notice, there's a lot of things that are very similar to Quick World. Example, the health, the mega health, that is, that will only respawn if your mega health is goes down back to 100. And with the armor, it's pretty much exactly the same as Quake World, where red armor does 80% protection, and the green armor does 30% protection. So it's... Oh.
There's rockets in that one room, but there's no rocket launcher.
Yeah, those are actually for the grenades.
Ah! I didn't know they use the same.
So yeah, the ammo, the weapons share ammo. If you notice, I also give the bodies too. There's a 25% chance that a hamburger would spawn when you give the body.
Yo, Dan, what's up?
And that will give you 10 health, which is not a lot, but can help you still. So it's better than no health at all. Let's see how. Let's see how the. Yeah, go ahead and get the free full. You can see how powerful it is.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
powerful.
up close. It is. They don't do much far away.
Yeah, it's the old MFArena mod. It used to go not the length of the map, but like kind of like a 2/3 of the map. If you like for a map like PS37 on MFArena, you would pretty much travel like I think 1/3 of the map, which is quite far. But so if you are familiar with that mod, you would see a reduction in the effectiveness of the weapon. Nope, I hear you. You got the quad.
Man, I killed myself.
That's that, yes.
Roof.
There's that. Now, if you notice, I will explain HUD a little bit, because if you notice by your health and armor, there's a level indicator on there.
Oh yeah, I guess it does.
See level 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Now for the health side, the level is actually how much damage you produce. So if you're level 1, it's going to be that normal damage, where level 5 would be 50% extra damage. And the question on the right refers to the amount of that's the amount of that's the level of your armor. I almost forgot how my own green ran. But yeah, that's how powerful your armor is. So if you grab the red armor, that's level 3. And the reason I do that is, in good games, by the way. I have in mind, like, people with color blindness. If they have trouble seeing red and green or yellow in Quake, the usual armor is usually red, yellow, and green. And the common color blindness, they won't tell it apart from them. So that's just, instead of using colors, I try to use
Loot boxes, JK.
I try to use something letters or numbers to represent what they got. And then and there's still things I'm working on. For example, like catching a flag, you have the team base maps. I try to make not have well, I don't have color, of course, but I want to have like indicators on what base you're on. Right now, I think only one map has like indicators of whether it's red base and blue base, where they have a little rune that you see scattered around, and you see a letter R, a letter O, or letter B.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have all different little things to keep in mind. But there's a lot to learn from this game, because it's not words. You're coming from Quake 3, and it's gonna be like Quake 3, because it's gonna be nothing like Quake 3 other than dying.
Yeah, it's nothing like Quake 3. I mean, other than, like it's the same weapons and stuff, but it's still different,
Yeah. And also, of course, the design of the game meant to be faster in Quake 3, so I can actually advertise that game is, 25% faster, I think? Or, yeah, 25% faster.
MFArena is?
Yeah. Whereas normally when you run, if you have your HUD up where it says how fast you're running.
Yeah.
In Quake 3, it would
EPS.
say 320, where in this game it'd be 400.
Gotcha.
And the weapons go as fast as well, and if not do more damage. The rocket launcher is actually based on the damage of Quake World in Quake 1, where it can do mathematically it can do 120 damage. In Quake World it actually does a little less, but in MFArena I said, fuck it, let's do 120 damage, because what's 120 damage compared to 100? And another thing too, the splash damage, where it borrowed from Quake World, was there is no 1 damage splash. The minimum damage you can get from splash is 40. So it makes it as a scarier weapon. So if you ever watch matches in Quake World, like for Arrow Walk, you'll see a lot of rocket play. So in this game, it's kind of the same idea. But yeah, and I just try to make this game, make it easier for people to get into, where you don't have to learn how to strafe jump. You just have to learn how to strategize and pretty much defeat your opponent, pretty much. Let's see. And unfortunately, I don't have a talking points memo on me, so
it's all right, man. That's kind of how the show goes. Is I might write a little notes, but it's mostly just on the fly.
Yeah.
Let's chat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just swinging it. But yeah, and of course, when you make your own server, it's also designed to be. I try to make it designed to be easier to run your own server. Where, for example, map rotation, you have to actually write a script in Quake 3, and that's takes more than one attempt to get right.
Yeah, I've run into that several times. Even in Quake Live, it's difficult.
Yeah, and you think they update where you're not going crazy over script and all that. In MFArena, for example, to have a map rotation, you just put a bunch of maps in a file and then run it as is. I do have a config file where someone can download and they can and look through the config file, see how. And I just made it advanced as possible, but you don't need all those advanced things as there. By default, you should be able to run it as is, but there's probably some things you still need to do. So that's why I do recommend using the script and just going through it, because still, as I mentioned, it's an alpha release, which has been in alpha for I forgot how many years now, and
it says 2013 to 2019 on the front.
Yeah, I probably have 2013. So that's when I freshly released as it wasn't even released as a alpha. It was just a prototype, actually.
Yeah.
And then when I finally got all the models in, and where it doesn't rely on other assets from OpenArena, then it became alpha. So right now, the only assets it's grabbed from OpenArena is the player model. Other than that, everything is done from scratch. Sounds, textures, maps. So, pretty much a game where assets are done from scratch, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So, M68k, before we get off here, what's your favorite Quake game? Is it Quake 3?
Well, I started with OpenArena. I had to give a nod to OpenArena, but for my favorite Quake game, I have to say Quake World.
Quake World?
Because I just, at first, I just hated Quake World when I started. I didn't like the idea of the maps, but it was when I seen a 4-on-4 team deathmatch going on and spectated that. That's when I understood Quake World. And after that, I just liked Quake World. After that, I liked the weapons, how the health worked, how the armor worked. So I just thought it was a great multiplayer game too.
So the way I understand it, there's two different Quake, like original Quake multiplayers. There's Quake World. There's is it NetQuake? Is that what it's called?
NetQuake. Now I wasn't around to play that back in the day. I mean, I was around, but I didn't do PC gaming back then. So
yeah,
it wasn't until '98 I actually had a PC. So, from my understanding, the original NetQuake from Quake 1, that didn't exactly have the net code where you can play with a high ping. For Quake World, you were able to. They changed the netcode where it would work with a higher ping and all that, from what I understand. And there were some changes too. Like for example, I think the LG was either lengthened or shortened. I don't remember, but they changed the LG a little bit from what someone told me. I can't confirm that, but that's what I heard.
That Quake is just Quake 1. What's the Quake?
It's-
Isn't there a original Quake that you can actually strafe jump in? I know that's not Quake World. Is there a different Quake, or is it like enabled or something?
No, I wondered that myself. I read the history of Quake 1 and all that.
It's odd.
and there was an update where people hated it, and they changed the physics with it.
Maybe it's the
like
engine.
it.
Like there's Dark Places engine, then there's a different engine, right?
Well, Dark Places is more of a. There's still a lot more in there where you can do all sorts of modding and all that. It's very diverse, but it's also complicated too. Which is the reason why I went for IO Quake, because I just want simplicity. But if you where Doombrainer, they used the Dark Places engine, which is somewhat working. Crisis, I think, can't get the netcode working, or the prediction code working, where he has kind of the Quake 3 like strafe jumping. It's not working because the engine is still thinking that it's still trying to do quick world bunny hopping, but you're not. You're trying to do. So it's the conflict of the physics where the prediction is just thrown off, and I seen this in mods in Open Arena too, where they don't work that correctly, and I'll experience that in one of the mods. I think it might be actually in the Aftershock mod where they try to bring back the Quake War physics, but the physics is trying. My client's still trying to do Quake 3 movement or something like that, and the movement gets screwed up. So
he says he has to write a client-side movement system to get it to work properly.
It's something weird where I don't understand what's going on with Dark Places. So there's something where the client and the server's not communicating the predictions right. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is when I made the MFArena mad mod. I keep going mad. I don't know why mad. It's a happy mod. But the MFArena mod did CPMA physics actually, and I played it on a server that had where I had 100 ping, and it was fine. There's no issue or any prediction issue of the movements. So I don't know what other people are doing wrong where I did right. I'm surprised I did right because I'm a shitty coder. I'll admit that. So.
Oh man, that's one thing I'm gonna try to get into is coding a little bit. One more thing.
Yeah.
What do you know about IO Quake 3? What's the deal with their downloads right now? It seems like they got hacked or something.
There's something like that. There's an exploit or something, and I think some of my. I'm not sure if anyone took advantage of that exploit, but they took the downloads down for now. I imagine they'll bring it back up, but there's an issue where they're. I forgot how they distribute that binaries, but they said the binaries were compromised, and that's why they have it down. You can still download the source and compile it yourself, which is kind of a pain if you're not used to compiling code. I mean, I've done it for years now, but But if you're the regular user who's doesn't do any kind of code or anything, that's you can have a hell of a time. So hopefully they get that download back up.
Shoot, I haven't built my own stuff in Linux in forever. It's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been like almost college is trying to build from the source code, make it the app. It works. If you get the right commands.
Yeah.
I always hated trying to get stupid video drivers to work in Linux, man. That's one thing that always drove me away from it. Trying to get video drivers to work correctly.
NVIDIA. I think that's what Linus pretty much said, fuck you too. In a conference one time, he said, fuck you, NVIDIA. And yeah, that was quite funny. He's kind of an open guy. Well, he'll say what's on his mind.
Yeah.
But yeah. And of course, sound's another issue too, but I just learned to deal with it and try to improvise as I try to do. I try to avoid trying to use analog, but as this case, that's why it kind of took me a while to get things set up, because I was trying to fix it where I don't have to use analog plug, but for some reason Firefox is not picking it up. No, so no, I just deal with what I can and try to improvise. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, you guys want a game of MFArena and jump in? Just give me a holler at the.
Yeah, what's a good way to reach you? That's the key.
Well, there's two ways you can reach me. There is, of course, the Matrix chat server, which no one probably ever heard of, but that's just. I'll try to advertise as best I can. But it is listed in the MFArena download page somewhere in there. I don't have it up on me, but I'm sure if you just scroll through it, you probably see some section where it'll say the chat and all that.
Well, we'll work on trying to get something set up in my little Kingdom Discord. So if you guys want to get a hold of M68k, he'll be in the Kingdom Discord.
Oh yeah, I'm in your server too, so you guys can contact me there. And this is a MFArena Discord too, which assuming Discord is not screwing up and I can't connect for some reason. Like earlier this week, I wasn't able to connect to Discord, but was fixed. I do thank the customer service; they actually do that job. But that's
overall, Discord's been a great, just free voice chat.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what all they're selling, but it works, at least.
I'm sort of stuff they're selling, but we can go to conspiracy theories.
Yeah, but, they're selling something. They're not giving this stuff for free.
I do give props to the customer service. At least they contact you within 3 days.
Yeah.
I give them that. Like, for example, YouTube, for understand, they don't contact you at all.
YouTube won't contact you unless you're partnered or something.
Which I don't even have with Discord. I'm just a nobody with Discord, and they still contact me. So that shows you they have some level of respect for the customers, especially for, as you said, a free client. It's just free. I'm not paying any money for this, but it's, of course, there's a trade-off too. You're selling something, or you're giving away something. So
yeah, they got something. They're selling probably what we'd like to do or share.
They know the plan.
All right, any final remarks as we're getting?
I like to thank the IO Quake 3 team. They did a remarkable job of IO keeping Quake 3 alive, even though they've done things that we don't agree with. But for the most part, they did a good job maintaining that fork of the It-Take 3 engine. So I do like to thank them.
Yeah, it's been great ever since I discovered it.
Yeah.
Great. So guys, if you want to download MFArena, I do have the link in the description, and if you're going to listen to this on podcast, I'll have that there too. But thanks for M68k coming on here, and that's it for today's show.
Yep. All right, y'all take it easy.
See you guys next Saturday. Hopefully I'll be able to do the morning show and not the evening show. We'll see you guys next time.